Is Woodstock, Georgia overrated? Or is it still the best place to live in Cherokee County in 2026? Let's get into it. What's the biggest pro and the biggest con that you need to know before moving to Woodstock, Georgia? The pro is living in and around downtown is a total buzz and a total vibe. If you love great restaurants, great community, we have a brew pub, Reformation, right downtown. We've got sidewalks, Greenprints Trail right out of downtown. We have mountain biking right out of downtown. You can get your kayak wet or your paddleboard right in the river right out of downtown. So you have all these really cool things. So then we have the concert series that happens during the summertime with the massive amphitheater. We've got the Reeves House, that's like an art center that has its own coffee shop in it. We've got Bazaar Coffee, we've got Pure, we've got Canyons, we've got all these different restaurateurs that have opened up some amazing places. Then you've got Mad Life Studios. So the pro is that it is buzzing with walkability and just so close, tight knit, super fun. The con, what comes with all those people? That is traffic. So because we have had this massive explosion of population and things happening in downtown Woodstock, they're slowly starting to regulate different traffic patterns and then widening, putting in traffic circles. And then even another thing for parking in downtown, we built this massive parking garage with over 600 spaces. It is totally free, but they also made the rest of the parking spaces out on the street paid parking. But it's not Atlanta paid parking. For 1 hour, it's free. For 2, it costs $1 an hour. I think I went to a long extended lunch the other day, and it was actually $3. What is it about downtown Woodstock that makes it the crown jewel of Cherokee County? Location, location, location. You have this small town, cool hub of all the things I mentioned before, but you're right next to 575 in the Peach Pass. You're an hour and a half north to the mountains. The Appalachian Trail starts right there. Blue Ridge, Ellijay, Mountain Pickett in North Carolina is a short stop right behind that. And then just south, you can hit the express lane and be in Atlanta in anywhere between 30 and 45 minutes, depending on traffic and if you have a Peach Pass or not. So let's talk about Adair Park and the South on Main 5. So these are both commercial and residential developments that are on the north side, Adair Park, and the south side, South on Main, for its name. So South on Main actually connects to the backside of the Greenprints Trail system. It's a swim tennis community. It's a John Whelan community. He is a well-known Atlanta metro builder, and they put out a really good product. So on the front side of their neighborhood in South on Main, you've got lots of retail shops, barber shop, all that kind of stuff. And then it backs up to the trail system. So you can actually walk, run, all the things all the way into downtown Woodstock without actually seeing traffic, and you can actually connect to a dog park. Now, let's talk about Adair Park. This is another commercial residential development on the north side of downtown Woodstock, just north of Chattahoochee Technical College. So Adair Park is a mix of commercial retail space with lots of really great restaurants like Roberto's and New Paloma. We've got a sushi restaurant coming. There's a co-working space in one of the buildings. There's condominiums and there's city homes, and they have a plan for 2 more developments coming soon to that area. And in the back, there's this big green space. And last year we got an ice skating ring in downtown Woodstock for the winter. That was super cool. So how does the Greenprints Trail system and the Rope Mill Park change for the residents? What does that change for you, the consumer, the person who lives in and around downtown Woodstock? Everything. So movement brings life, brings energy. So with the Greenprints Trail system, it connects all the way to Town Lake, all the way under 575, connects to an apartment building, connects to commercial space and Woodstock High School. Then you can actually connect that all the way to Rope Mill Park. And Rope Mill Park is mountain bike trails, kayak, paddleboard put in, and hiking to some really cool ruins. Now, eventually, Little River Park will have a connector trail from the Greenprints all the way from Rope Mill Park up to Little River Park. This is a brand new park that's getting put in. I am super excited about what it's going to do for our local community. So let's talk about the new Woodstock Mill and the boutique hotel that is coming soon to Woodstock, Georgia. So the Mill area is going to be its first anchor grocery store right in downtown, walkable, bikeable, golf cartable, all the things. Downtown residents have been begging for a grocery store, and Publix said yes. And then around the Woodstock Mill, you're gonna have Publix, you're gonna have shops, you're gonna have retail, you're gonna have some more restaurants to be able to choose from, all right in this downtown walkable area. It's gonna be pretty sweet. Now, let's talk about this boutique hotel, up to 130 rooms, that's going to be on the outskirts of the parking that they just installed, that looks over the amphitheater with going to be a fancy rooftop bar. This is going to be a huge shift for tourism and people coming to visit in and around downtown Woodstock. Okay, let's talk about the con. Let's talk about the parking situation and the traffic situation. As I mentioned earlier, traffic has been a bit of a bummer. So anytime during peak times, I take side streets personally, or if I can go downtown, my office is in Adair Park. I bring my one-wheel board and I ride on to downtown and I go meet people for lunch, coffee, all the different things. So here's the con. During those peak times, traffic can get pretty backed up, so plan for that. But they are also doing things to improve it too, so don't get too dissuaded by that. And then parking. Let's talk parking, because trying to find a parking spot when they're doing one of the concert series on a busy Friday or Saturday night is where do you park? So you have a big parking lot that's just by the church and the community center that is free, but then you also have a big, large 600 space parking deck, and then parking along the street and over by Reformation is paid parking. But it's not crazy paid Atlanta prices. Like I said before, this is like first hour is free, seconds an hour. So it's like, hey, you're gonna pay like $5-6 if you're gonna hang out for an afternoon. That's not that bad, right? Or you can just park for free over in the parking deck and have a short walk over. Okay, the elephant in the room, the Ridgewalk merging diamond that's gonna be right outside of the outlet shops of Atlanta and Costco and everything that's over there off Ridgewalk Parkway. So if you know anything about our local area, there has been a couple different big traffic projects that have happened specifically on Wade Green Road, which is over Ackworth, Kennesaw area, where it's just these merging lanes, and also up off Windy Hill Road down near the Battery and the Brave Stadium. So they're doing a $13 million project that is gonna help traffic flow much better, and it's gonna be great for locals, people that attend Woodstock City Church, go to the outlet shops of Atlanta, but also go to Costco, because this is the furthest north Costco. So a lot of folks come down from Blue Ridge, Jasper, and Pickens County up in that region, up 575, 515 to go do their Costco shopping. Is the city getting too crowded, or is there any quiet spaces left? The answer is yes and yes. I don't know if it's getting too crowded, but for different people in different seasons of life, it may be a little bit too elbow to elbow for them. But if somebody is looking for community and walkable urban style living, it's perfect. There are some quiet spots. There are neighborhoods like behind the Woodstock Mill that's coming soon, where it is a non-HOA area, and the lots are much bigger. Those homes are much older homes, and some of them are being renovated, some of them are being torn down. And then there's other older neighborhoods also that are getting renovated as well, that are much bigger, quieter lots, but they come with a price point. So let's talk about the reality of the median price point in downtown Woodstock compared to like a Canton or an Alpharetta. So downtown Woodstock's median price point is right around $550,000, something around that. And then over in Alpharetta, you're right around $750,000 to $800,000, and then going up to Canton, you're really around $450,000. So knowing that, it's really not that crazy, but you're gonna pay to live right downtown. And then there's right around the downtown area, there's all these different neighborhoods that you can hit that price point of $450,000 to $550,000, no problem. What a buyer can expect to get in downtown Woodstock for $500,000, you're gonna laugh. It's a 2-bedroom condo above Bazaar Coffee. That whole building, those units are going for $500,000, right? We just sold one in the non-HOA area. It was a 4-3 with a 3-car detached garage. That just sold for $879,000, to just give you an idea. Now, if you go to South on Main, a townhome is gonna run you $600,000, and one of the single family homes is gonna run you anywhere between $900,000 and $1 million. And then over in Adair Park, they're building the new city style homes. They're starting at $1,300,000. So it's pretty diverse, but it's pretty high standard, and it's a pretty high price. So let's talk about taxes in Woodstock, Georgia. The city just passed the lowest millage rate in the last 30 years. It's 5.065 mill rate. And that is exceptional for a city property tax. Let's go. And I think that's gonna benefit the property owners in downtown Woodstock. So who is Woodstock not for? Well, I think if you're looking for sprawled out estate style living or large swim and tennis with community in an affordable neighborhood, it's probably not for you. But if you are looking for luxury, walkable, downtown style living that has got that quaint country community feel, this is definitely for you. If someone's torn between a Woodstock or a much quieter Canton, how do I help you decide? Well, it might just have to be get in the car, let's go grab lunch here, and let's go check out there. Sometimes you just gotta put eyes on it to get a vibe and get a feel for what's happening in that local community. And real live in person does way better than any video could ever do. The best way to get a lifestyle tour in downtown Woodstock from our team is book a quick call with me. We'll go through everything that you're looking at, thinking about, and then we'll schedule a time to go downtown. How do you book a call? In the description below, you can book a call with our Calendly link. So there's the pros and cons of living in and around downtown Woodstock. If you like this video or if it was helpful, hit the subscribe button. Catch you on the next one.